What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. We will be doing a live trading session, live analysis and live discussion that we do every trading day. As you can see, today is Wednesday or Thursday. We see that Wednesday because time zone is different. Your time zone could be different. In my time zone it is Wednesday. Very important day. As you can see, the market is moving, started to drop. As you can see, gold created an overextended market to the upside, and then on the lower time frame we have seen a breakdown. So look at all of them one by one. Before I begin this session, make sure guys you smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. As you can see, what I was looking at gold guys on the 5 minutes time frame for the lower time frame is because we have seen that after creating a daily overextended market on gold in this zone, we see that the price suddenly started to drop, creating triple top on gold on the 5 minutes, and we have seen a strong breakdown. What I think that on the lower time frame we might see some movement. So I'll do first higher time frame, looking at to see which way the market might be heading. Let's look at first daily time frame. Now from the daily time frame we see that gold after the back-to-back 3 days slower movement to the upside, what I think that gold might test this daily 20 EMA. That is what I expected in the previous analysis as well, and also even it could test this neckline of this big reversal pattern here on the daily. As you can see, there is a double top formation, has broken down, tested this support as a resistance, and then we can expect finally again to have some movement. But the way the price action has done so far on gold is not that much of impressive, fully in a sideway and slower retracement, which is very common in, as you can see, there was a big drop back to back 2 days. Now we can expect a slower retracement, which is almost, now we see that if you look at the 4 hour, the price already according to the plan, as you have mentioned yesterday during the FOMC or news announcement, this is what I mentioned, the gold might go up, and did it exactly as it is. Now crossing this 4 hour 20 EMA, we see some movement to the downside. What I think that, as you can see, this channel on gold, this is a channel. Now with this channel, though there is a dynamic level of support here, now gold did not break this channel yet. So what I will be waiting for guys is to have another breakdown. Like you can see that with this, first of all, impulse, now the price correcting, okay, creating series of higher low. All right, creating a series of higher low, correcting to the upside. Now what I think that gold is highly likely to do, what I will be waiting for, a break of structure, okay, on the lower time frame, break of structure, and after this break of structure we can expect for shorting opportunity. I will not be going long on gold at this point. As you can see, the market structure is completely bearish now. After this liquidity grab from this zone, we have seen gold created this move, correction, movement, consolidation and correction. So what I think that gold, we could see even a drop from here, which is very likely to happen because it grabbed liquidity from this resistance zone. And if I look at again 5 minutes time frame, this is where I saw that you see this big candle guys. It's a very important thing that to keep in mind when you see a very long week candle, okay, very long candle break this kind of important level of resistance zone, okay, with a big long candle, and when the price immediately retreat back, okay, from this resistance, we have seen an immediate retreat back, which is a sign of false breakout. And that is what you see that later gold tried to, couple of attempts, the bulls tried to break this high, okay, instead creating a lower high. We have seen that gold has broken down from this 5 minutes time frame market structure. Now at this point, what I think the price will test this level again, and from this zone we could see that gold might come back down on the lower time frame, but let's see on the higher time frame. We'll look at how the price might behave. So look at all of them, guys, one by one. Let me know in the chat which one you are trading, so I know exactly what you are focusing. Thank you very much for being here. Pascal Tesla, hello sir. Thank you, Pascal. Good day, coach. So early today. Yeah, thank you, Hagai. Thank you very much. Hi, bro. Hi, thank you very much, Mohanat. Hi, big coach. I hope you and everyone is okay. Please, US30 and DXY. Thank you, Mohanat. Very good for being here. Thank you very much. Victor, hello. Thank you. Dollar Yen, Gbpusd, CHF, fever. Okay. Looking at, first of all, DXY is in fact an important pattern to look. DXY. Okay, DXY, what I have seen, guys, is that now firstly, this market structure is really complicated to look at. Let me look at, first of all, monthly. Okay, so from the monthly perspective, you can see that DXY monthly, there was a strong liquidity gap from this monthly level of support. Okay, this is a monthly level of support here. Okay, so with this monthly support, what we see that DXY grab good amount of liquidity, and then we have seen the price has a movement to the upside. So with this move, okay, what we see that DXY created this bullish movement to the upside. Now this move on DXY on the monthly is quite significant. The reason is, you can see this in this movement, in this big move, there is only one red candle which is not related to this movement. Okay, and from this level we have seen that DXY grab liquidity and then rejected. Now why this level is so important is because below this level there was a huge liquidity. As you know, that there's a lot of stop loss when people were buying their stop loss below this level, and also there's a lot of break-even trade. That zone is in fact a huge liquidity, and as I mentioned earlier, guys, that liquidity is basically the driving force of prices. So we saw that from this level, from this support zone, the price has a big bounce after grabbing liquidity to the upside. Now what I think that slowly we might see the DXY having a bullish move, but at the same time, because already quite a few months a strong bearish drop, so as you can see, it will not move in one way. The market never moves in one way. It will just push up and then will come back, push up, will come back that way. So you see already a strong push to the upside. Now we can expect probably another attempt from the seller, because this zone is a strong seller. So looking at weekly to see in fact how the price action is doing, as you can see from the weekly perspective, this is a weekly bullish engulfer, right? It's a strong bullish engulfer on the weekly, and the price grabbed liquidity from this level on the weekly. Okay, now this week we have seen significant movement to the upside. The price on exactly where there is weekly opening and closing. What I think that we might see now a drop, because the price already, you can see this, it has crossed this little bit up to the upside of this red candle where there is a liquidity. This is what exactly, guys, I mentioned previously. If you know this this secret and also be patient with your trading, it becomes much easier to catch a lot of trades. Is because, keep in mind, price moves like this. Okay, liquidity to liquidity. Even sometimes you see that there could be random movement. That is why it is sometimes so difficult to predict the movement, is because very few trader understand the concept of liquidity. So you see that there is, you can see the first of all, when this price reversed from a very important liquidity zone and then went to a level where there is another liquidity zone. You see that from here straight to the other liquidity and then again coming back down. So is the next liquidity zone to the downside is one in this weekly opening and closing. The other one is exactly here, okay, on this doji zone. So looking at daily now, what I think that, as you can see, there is a daily doji. Today, once the market open, the price slowly returning to the downside. Now, what I think that, you know, this price action from the 4-hour perspective, this is a very important level of support. This is where the weekly support. Now, for me, the best place for opening either buy or sell, it depends on the break of this support. Before breaking this support, selling will not be a good idea. Okay, for buying, we need to see a strong bullish, you know, market structure or price action. So there are two probabilities, as I mentioned, that it might respect this support and could continue to go up, okay, based on the price action. In that case, we might find some bullish opportunity. Otherwise, if we see the DXY manage to break this level of support, then on the retest of this resistance, we can expect DXY again to have another movement. What I think that, no, I think that we might see some bullish move even on DXY, because it already created a big impulse, you know, from this doji, from this level. Okay, we see that after grabbing liquidity here as well, now the bulls trying to create a movement. So based on how this one is forming will determine which way the market will be heading. But I think that we might see slowly again some movement to the upside from this zone, or even we could see a sideways movement, but could be respecting this support, okay, this support and resistance zone. Based on where the price action is forming, we'll consider trading, or, you know, after testing this, we might see a drop. As I mentioned, we need to wait for this support to be broken or to give us a strong bullish price action for potential long opportunity on DXY. Okay, it's hello sir, thank you very much. Taken gold on short, look at it. Hi coach, please look at Gbpusd. Absolutely, look at. Hello coach, hope everything is well. Yeah, very good, thank you. Happy, hi, good day coach. Don't you think we can scalp buy for gold now? Scalp for buy, let me look at 5 minutes. Look, for what I think that, you know, it's not a good idea to, you know, for what I think that, you know, we might see some, because it's a long-term bearish market, okay, what I think that, so what I would say that, you know, if we look at the daily, first of all, what we see that from the daily perspective on gold, there is a, first of all, let me look at, so this price action, okay, what for me is, it's still bullish, but at the same time you can see the price from this daily resistance level, there is a rejection from here, okay. So if I look at 4-hour, look, this price action for me at this point is neither bullish nor bearish, okay, and for me to buy, I need to see strong bullish price action. For selling, this market structure. Okay, this support needs to be broken. So for me, okay, you can see there is a reversal here, okay, on gold 5-minute chart. There's a movement, okay, and we see this break of structure. So there's an impulse on the 5 minutes, right? Now what I think that we might see even, you know, downward movement. There's a long wick candle is being created, but this is the neckline of this pattern here on gold. This is the support here, turning resistance. Now how the price action is reacting in this level will determine in fact which way the market might be heading. Okay, for me, I don't think that gold will be bullish too much from this level. The only thing is that there is a daily 20 MA, and I think that today already the price created an overextended. What, in my opinion, we might see the slowly will go up. So if you want to see this slow movement, then we might not see a drastic move. Okay, we could see some sideways movements further, and then finally we'll see that complete break of structure. So for me, to trade gold, let me look at the Forex factory calendar to see the news announcement, because this price action is not that much of impressive so far. So there is a news coming up, okay, later 1:15 a.m. Sydney time, okay, and this is where the market structure highly likely will be broken, okay, which is very soon coming up later today. And what I think that, let me give you my opinion what it could do. Now gold, this is current candle which is closing in 3 hours 13 minutes, and then there will be another candle. So the next one that, you know, FOMC member Williams speak, all right, that will be market mover. And if I draw this trend line, okay, you know what guys, I don't think that gold will be strongly bullish. So far already there is a movement. We even could see some bearish move or sideways movement on gold as news is coming up, okay. No, I will not be impressed on buying, because firstly you can see there is, this market is strongly bearish, a big movement, correction, okay, consolidation. There has been another movement, now it is consolidating. So this is a local channel, a locally bullish, okay, and the best place for me to sell after break of this structure on the retest, okay. So this is where I will be expecting gold to be bearish, and yeah, high probability, because this price already the market is still bearish, okay. There is still probability for further drop. Let me know which one you are trading, guys. US100, thank you very much. Victor, dollar yen, yeah, absolutely. Aussie yen, what's your thought? Yeah, look at it. You know, like, how many accounts do you gold? Everything is good, everyone, no problems. Good day, coach. Just thumbs up, guys, thank you very much, that's awesome. Good morning, coach, no problems. Hello sir, BTC has done moves yesterday after the news. I would love to know what's your think about. Okay, lot of you look at BTC USD, GBP CHF. Yeah, good afternoon. Euro NZD, please. Yeah, coach, dollar yen, yeah, absolutely. Of called 1880, then we'll go down, right? Yeah, absolutely, no problems. So looking at GBP CHF, okay. All right, GBP CHF daily. Okay, so looking at first of all monthly, higher time frame always dominates, as you know, the GBP CHF from the monthly perspective, which is a strongly bearish market. Okay, there is a big impulse here, correction, consolidation. What I think that we might see another, impulse now. Now this is the monthly candle, as you can see. With this previous monthly narrower candle, this month, once the market open, we see so far bearish. Now you can see that closely the market already has broken all this monthly low, so there is a probability for GBP CHF for further drop. Okay, weekly, a big bearish engulfer on the weekly with a little bit of liquidity grab at the top. This week so far we see that bearish move, and I think that we might see some retest of this weekly support. Okay, but finally at the end of the day we could see bearish. Now looking at daily, now for me GBP CHF, the way this price is forming is not, let me look at, okay, I think short term, that you can see GBP CHF, the price action was forming is very clumsy. What I think that for me, I will be selling GBP CHF if I see a movement to the upside to this level. You see there's a long middleman, and this middleman formed during the news release, which in fact fully manifested from here to this level. This is what exactly mentioned during the news, guys. You remember that, probably you have had a good trade on this one, and with that middleman there was a movement. What I think that now highly likely this price will go up and test the upper part of this middleman this long week, but I will not be interested to sell, pardon, buy until I see GBP CHF giving us a movement to the upside, and again for potential selling opportunity. Okay, so for me, short term bullish, long term bearish, I will be expecting for a bearish move, because if you take your Fibonacci level as well, you see the same thing here. Okay, we need at least 38.2% or to the upside 50 or 61.8% Fibonacci level for GBP CHF to drop. Otherwise selling could be a little bit of risky. No. Yes, so what do you think, coach? You have look at it, GBP CHF. Right, so coach watching from Kenya, you're amazing, sir. Thank you, Anna. Thank you very much. What about Euro AUD? You have look at it, GJ. Thank you, Euro AUD. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning from Washington DC. Thank you very much for joining from such a long distance, probably very early in the morning in your zone, and appreciate your time here. Thank you very much. So let me look at US oil. We had a sell hit today on US oil. So let me look at where the market is going. Looking at monthly now, from the monthly perspective on US oil, what you see that this is a long-term monthly price action. You can see there is a, first of all, strong liquidity gap, and now every month the price was creating series of lower high. Now this current month we have seen the price already cross the previous monthly low. After creating an overextended market, we have seen again rejection. Now looking at the weekly, we see that from this weekly support there is a movement. I think that the when the price was here, I thought that US oil is likely to drop, but I was wrong. It didn't happen. it happens in trading. Now we see that US oil again pushing high. I think that now the way it is doing, this market might come to test this again 20 period moving average. We might see that the way it is pushing high, I think that this market might cross this previous weekly high, and then from here we might see that US oil is coming back down. Now looking at daily, with this you see there is a daily strong pin bar, like not a pin bar, it's a strong rejection on the daily bullish candle, followed by next day we have seen a big movement, followed by narrower candle on the daily time frame on the US oil. Okay, for me, I think that this market might go a little bit to the upside, or we could see that already the market created an overextended. I think it might grab liquidity from this double doji. You can see that these two double dojis, we were in a live session on UTP, remember, when this candle formed and we shorted this market. Later we closed the trade, but this is what happened. You can see there's a big move happen from here on US oil. Now with that movement, we see that the price basically going to this level where there is a resistance highly likely to happen, that the price might reach that zone, and from here we might see again another movement. For me, I think US oil might go a little further to the upside. You can see the previous session there was a bullish engulfer. This session so far the price slowly coming down, and I think that this is bullish in fact. Okay, for the time being it is bullish. From this resistance we might see that US oil again coming back down. So can you please teach me GBP USD Varun? Yeah, absolutely. Look at Aussie Yen monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour. Yeah, absolutely. What's your thought? Thank you very much. Good morning. US oil, NASDAQ, yeah, dollar yen. Hello coach Samuel. No problem, Samuel. If you're late, that's fine. We are late at some point in our life, so that's okay. So Victor, dollar yen. Okay, now okay, let me look at NASDAQ. First of all, a monthly on NASDAQ, we see that after a big bullish candle on the monthly, this month also there is another bullish candle on NASDAQ. Okay, so far bullish. Let's look at weekly. Okay, now what I see that NASDAQ from the weekly, I still see high probability for a bullish move. Okay, the reason is if you closely look at from here, we see there is a doji. You see every week the price was creating a bullish candle, but the previous week's candle is an important one. It's a middleman. Okay, now with this middleman, when you see this kind of middleman breaks out from a level where there is a previous resistance zone turning support, which is in fact possibility for going up, which is a continuation pattern. And what I see that basically, because it started this bullish move, what we could potentially see that NASDAQ highly likely that will continue to go up. So far looks like that it's so, though it is facing this resistance. So looking at daily, yeah, we see a daily bullish candle. Okay, so okay guys, so what I see that NASDAQ, instead of instead of further drop, we have seen a bullish move on this one. But in fact, it formed this doji that we discussed during yesterday's session, that during the news we could see that this market might create a doji, and did exactly as it is, guys. How many of you can remember that? So you remember that during the yesterday's live session, this is what I mentioned, that the next one is likely to go up, follow this trend line, and to form a doji, and did exactly as it is. Give a big thumbs up, guys, subscribe to the channel, and also press that bell notification so that you don't miss out any of the content that we are releasing every day. And also there is a link in the description area if you want to learn our strategies and also trade with us. There is a link in the description. You can join us to learn our strategies. So what we see that after this movement on NASDAQ, currently the price created this bullish move, another impulse to the upside, followed by now we see a slower correction. For me, what I think that with the news announcement later today, if I look at the daily, this is a very crucial price action. There is a movement, and at the same time the price is facing this resistance level. Weekly chart, this one candle. Okay, what because you see that this is the weekly important level of resistance, it's a very important resistance. I think that NASDAQ, we might see another test of this weekly resistance, and then we could see that NASDAQ is coming back down. Looking at daily in the similar way, this is the daily impulse correction. What I think, there is one probability for NASDAQ, as you can see, with this impulse correction, the price still did not test this significant previous resistance, okay, previous resistance zone, which is turning support on NASDAQ. Okay, so what I think that, okay, highly likely that for the short term we might see deeper retracement, and finally we could see bullish move. So this could be the zone for NASDAQ for support and resistance. So from even, let's say, go to the 5 minutes to see how they are reacting. As this kind of price action is really to look at. You see there is a, this is a 5-minute chart, but there is a big, you see this is a big movement followed by this correction here. And what I see that okay, you see on the 1 hour there is a so for me, for the short term, we could see some bullish move, and then we might see that price is coming back down. From the daily, there's a gap opening, very unpredictable price action. Keep it aside. I'm not being sure about this one here, how it is doing, so we'll come back on this one very soon. Okay, US30, absolutely, we'll look at it. Favored Aussie Yen. Sir, can you please teach me Gbpusd? Absolutely. Let's say dollar yen. Yeah, Aussie Yen, my friend, no problems. Can you look at Euro USD, please? Sure, why not? But did you check USD CAD? I shorted it, please. Will you look into it? Absolutely. Hello sir, can you GG? Yeah, okay. British pound, US dollar, and then Aussie Yen, Euro USD. Okay, focus on these three. So euro dollar. Okay, for me, euro dollar, what I think that you see yesterday's news, as I mentioned, there was an impulse exactly as expected. And pardon, euro dollar, what I think that we might see further upward movement little bit on euro dollar. Okay, we could see that during the news probably will create a long wick candle, and then we might see that the price coming back down. If we look at daily, we'll understand how it is doing. I think that today we might see a retest of this this support turning resistance, and this 1.07982 is a very important level for potential shorting on euro dollar. There are a couple of reasons for this. Firstly, there is a gap opening, support turning resistance, and also if you look at this Fibonacci, we see that this is where the 38.2% Fibonacci level, they're almost nearly there, and which is in fact a very important area of value. Trading is, guys, all about trading in an important area of value. So for me, what I think that euro dollar is likely to test this support as a resistance with this daily 20 EMA, and from this zone we might see that euro dollar is are rejecting, but for the time being we could potentially see some movement. I think that is still we could see bullish move. Okay, at least during the news coming up, we might see that euro dollar has a spike up, and then from this zone we might see that euro dollar again rejecting. Gold, yeah, look at gold. Okay, gold, as I mentioned, that which is showing in fact strong bearish price action. Okay, on the 5 minutes, what I'm saying. So we could see a spike up, and then I think that might see the finally it's coming down. For me, I think it's slowly coming back to bearish, because long time price action on gold is bearish. As you can see from this zone, it is in fact very strongly bearish price action on gold. Looking at daily, after creating overextended market on gold, what we see that the market currently from this trend line primarily rejecting. Okay, this is the 5-minute chart. Gold 5 minutes always impressive. Now this is what trading is, guys. You can see that the patience is the key. You see there is on the 5 minutes there is a back-to-back 2 double top. This is the the most peak in this structure, right? Patience is the key. The only thing best trade you see when the price in fact has broken that resistance. Okay, that resistance, this is where a high probability trade came. You can see there's a big move happen. In the similar way, next time the price has again broken that high, also did the same thing, and then we see that the price again retreat back. Very important price action on the 5 minutes. You can see every time when the high is broken with a long wick candle or a big candle, this is where the false breakout comes. Okay, so what I mean by this, let's say when you see an important level, a resistance or support, the price hit that level with a long wick candle and then immediately close back below, which is sign of false breakout. And false breakout is where the bigger trades comes in play. Okay guys, Aussie yen, dollar yen. Okay, looking at Aussie yen, dollar yen. Someone, thank you, no problems, you're always welcome. Eurusdjpy, sir, please discuss on gold, sell or buy. We'll look at it. Gbpusd, please tell about this, sir. Yeah, okay, let's look at Gbpusd and then we'll go to Aussie yen. Okay, or let's look at first Aussie yen because we didn't look at it yet. Okay, Aussie yen, first of all looking at monthly. Okay, so from the monthly point of view on Aussie yen, from the monthly point of view it is bearish. The reason is, if you look at this one here, there's a monthly impulse correction, we can expect another impulse. So basically the price now approaching this previous resistance zone, support zone, turning resistance here, and this support turning resistance, creating in fact a very strong market system. What you see that now the price after the previous monthly close, this month the price created a lower high, and then we see that the market now slowly coming down. And what I think that Aussie yen, highly likely that this price will come back to this previous okay, this is the zone that we can expect on Aussie yen. Okay, looking at weekly, now we see that on the weekly there is an impulse correction. Okay, previous week there is a correction. This week again the price went to this zone where there is a previous resistance level here, and grab liquidity, we see a rejection. Now what I think that Aussie yen slowly will subside further. Okay, from the daily point of view, we see there is a doji previous day. Today we have seen the upper week of the doji, daily doji is tested. Now it's turned for highly likely that it will come back down to test the lower week of the doji. So with all that in mind, if we look at 4 hour, we see the previous session there is a doji. So monthly showing potential bearish, weekly potential bearish. Now as you can remember yesterday's live session, I don't know how many of you can remember, this is what I mentioned, that if we see the break of market structure, this is where there is a probability for drop. Now as you can see, this is the local market structure, local channel on Aussie yen. Price was moving along this channel. Okay, we have seen a breakdown previous session, there is a strong pin bar or doji. Now this session we see that Aussie yen slowly melting, and I think that this price will continue to drop at least certain level, which is highly likely to happen as This is a bearish market. Favorship in it. Tell us more stories about trading psychology. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll jump on other pairs like such as GBP, JPY, and gold. Let's talk about some stories about trading psychology, which is a big part of your trading trading game. As you know that I know that many trader basically you know, every successful trader focus on trading psychology. Okay, every professional trader, they master trading psychology. So yesterday we talk about trading psychology, about how you can control your emotion or you know, override your emotion by creating you know understanding clear vision about your trading, so that you can generate positive emotion around your trading. Now let's talk about something a bit deeper, is how you know our trading is impacted by our psychology. So let me give you an idea of, let's say there are two trader A and trader V, not V, pardon me, B. Now trader A, okay, is let's say scalper, right? Now trader B is a swing trader, right? Now keep in mind that trader A and trader B could be, I mean, need to have a very different approach according to their trading style, because swing trading and scalping is very, I know that many of you are interested in scalping. We will do that very soon. We'll start our live scalping session very soon also, along with this swing trading session. So scalper and swing trading is very different, because swing trading is more of easy to control, because you set your a trade, put your stop loss, take profit target, and then you forget it, right? But when you are scalping, it in fact needs a lot of control over yourself. So let's talk about how you can understand which one is suitable for you. Every individual is different according to their personality type, lifestyle, everything. But for me, to understand what kind of trader you are, what I would say that try both, okay, in a smaller account, and see which one is suitable for you. Then how do you know which one is suitable for you? Especially, let's say when you are scalping, it is more important to limit your time in trading and not to over trade, which is very important. Okay, in swing you need more of patience, so that you can hold a trade no matter what, how long it goes, no problem, you have to hold a trade. So these are the two things that is scalping, and for a scalper and swing trader is important. Now to understand trading psychology, I think that one must need to know first himself or herself is very important, because everyone operates in a different way. But there is one thing I will say a bit differently, is keep in mind that anything you want to have in your life, first of all you need to let go of the need to have it, very different way approach. So the reason I am explained it is that you need to reduce the importance of your that trade that you are taking. It's a bit paradoxical, I know, but this is how it is. For example, why that for some people being successful is so difficult, for some is so easy, is because of the importance. Okay, it's a very important that the way we have taught or we learn is that put more importance, give more importance, more pressure, do more, and then you get more. But as a matter of fact, when we give too much importance on something, it creates an inhomogeneity in our energy field. That's the way the quantum physics works. So not only in trading, in every aspect of our life, in a relationship also, you'll see this happens over and over again, in anything in your life. So if you put too much like pressure on something, it will go farther away from you. Exactly the same way that, let's say, if you are desperate to win the trade, desperate to become profitable, then it will be very difficult for you to be profitable. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to create a balanced approach between giving importance and reducing the importance. So what will happen if you reduce the importance is that you will not take too much risk. When you had a losing trade, you're not gonna go for chase the lose or do a revenge trading, FOMO trading. All this comes from placing too much importance on this trading or the balance that you have. But at the same time, you need to create, as I mentioned, that it's a balanced approach. So this is another aspect of trading psychology. I know that these things no one is gonna explain to you because people always look at from the surface, but in deep there is something else that you need to look at when you are trading. So yeah, this is another thing is that, so reduce the importance of your the account that you have, and at the same time create a balanced approach. Then it will not create excess potential. You will not desperately want to win, you will not desperately want to chase the loss, and then it becomes much easier for you to manage the risk, to control your emotion. What I said, you will find clear proof. I'll give you a task today, see what happened. Open a demo account, okay, and start trading. If you're trading, I can guarantee that you will have a lot of winning trade, and big trade also you will be winning in a demo account. But when we are giving a live account, why it becomes so hard for winning is because of the importance. See, when you are demo account, you know that there's some numbers, random numbers, they are not real money, so you are not placing too much importance on it, and you can hold the trade and you are getting winning trade, right? I know that it sounds easy to say, difficult to follow, I know very well, but what I'm trying to tell is that once you talk and think, it becomes a little bit of easier for you. Yeah, absolutely, thank you. Look at it, please look at USD CAD. GU, please, absolutely, about Euro, CHF, GBP, JPY. Yeah, let's look at GBP, JPY. Okay, so looking at daily perspective on GJ, what I think that GJ, as I mentioned, for me it is a bearish market. Okay, looking at monthly, primarily we see the top and bottom both being tested on the monthly, lower week and upper week. But what I think that this market is likely to drop further. Looking at weekly, what we see that from the weekly perspective, the price created strong bearish engulfer followed by a narrower candle, which in fact created a higher low. So we might see some deeper retracement to the upside, but the price action is still bearish to me on GJ. Now daily price action, what I see that on GBP JPY there is a narrower doji on the daily, followed by yesterday there is another bearish candle. Now the price moving little bit in a sideway. Okay, but for me, what I think that GJ from the daily, as you can see, I think that it will might go a little bit to the upside, and finally we could see some drop on this one. So 4 hour, okay, this is the level that I will be interested for GJ to give me potential selling opportunity. Now you can see there is an impulse. It is now correcting in a correction phase. So if we take our Fibonacci from high to the low, we see this level exactly aligning with 61.8% Fibonacci, which is the previous support, turning resistance here. Okay, so for me, what I think that GJ highly likely that will test this previous support, turning resistance, and from this zone we can expect potential selling on GBP JPY. So for me, this is the zone that I will be waiting for selling GJ. Let's see what happened. Okay, we'll look at, yeah, thank you very much, Samuel. Can you short a Aussie Yen now? I'll look at it now. GBP USD, please look at this. No problems. Dollar Yen. So we'll look at dollar Yen, GBP USD, and Aussie Yen. Guys, before I proceed further, if anyone are looking for a regulated broker, there is a link in the description area. You can join Ever Trade. They are regulated by SEC and some other countries, and Safe Broker. You can claim 40% welcome bonus exclusively only for Forex Wizard subscribers and followers. Use the code when you are opening account for the welcome bonus 40%. If you are in an eligible country, you can claim that bonus. So link in the description area. You can join if you are looking for a regulated broker. Thank you very much. So let's look at dollar Yen. Okay, look at first of all monthly. Now, as I mentioned, guys, this is a very important concept. See, when you see, this is how you can understand movement in the market. Let's say this is the monthly candle, like there was a doji. Now when you see this kind of doji, in most cases what you would see that the price basically first you'll see that will test either lower half. So this is how the price moves: lower half, lower wick, and then you'll see that the price will test the upper wick, upper half. Okay, this is how the market moves. So this is the monthly candle, and you can see exactly. Now let me replay the chart. See this exactly, the price is following that pattern. First tested the lower part, gone up, tested the higher part, now has come back to the same zone. What I think that the price might come back again to the support, and then we might see again bullish move. Looking at weekly, this is the weekly candle, which is in fact after creating this overextension, you can see that now a rejection on the weekly after the previous week's bullish candle. This week the price so far, after testing the resistance, we have seen a movement. So this is where we see that monthly opening and closing. You can see that this is the monthly opening and closing, and from this monthly opening and closing, if we look at the daily, we see that this is the daily impulse. Exactly, monthly opening and closing is aligning with 61.8% Fibonacci level, what I think that dollar yen for the short term, we might see some movement to the downside again. Exactly, highly likely the price will break this low, and from this zone we might see that again dollar yen is going up. So for our perspective, yeah, I think the dollar yen for the short term we might see another drop, and from this zone or even from this level we could see the dollar yen again going up. So for the short term dollar yen is bearish, the final conclusion. Thanks sir, no problems. How about BTC sir, what is your analysis for short and medium terms? BTC, so analysis for short and medium term. Okay, looking at BTC now, you remember that yesterday this is what I mentioned, that BTC highly likely that may not drop, and this is what happened. So let's look at again short and long term, monthly. Okay, so this is the previous month. You can see there is a big long bull candle on the monthly on BTC USD. Now with this big bull candle, once the market opened this month, we have seen some movement to the upside after creating overextended market. We see that again drop. What I think that this month we might see that BTC USD is forming, highly likely that will form a doji like that. Okay, so to form this doji, what I think that this market might move in this support and resistance. Okay, so let's draw this resistance here, support here above this red candle. Looking at weekly, so this is the weekly chart. You can see there is an impulse on the weekly. Now the price is consolidating. Okay, again take our Fibonacci. We see that the price exactly, this is where we have drawn the previous support, resistance turning support, where there is a 38.2% Fibonacci level. Looking at daily, okay, so now for me, I think the short term and long term we might see some sideways movement. For me, I'll be really interested to sell from this resistance to this level. Okay, yeah, so there is a probability for this price to go up further. We might see that respecting this level, some movement like this. So for me, the best way to trade BTC USD is to wait for the price to break the high or to reach the high like this one. You see there is a long wick candle, it's created this high, right? So let me tell you how traders trade. For example, they see this high, right? This is a high in this move. Now wait for the price to break this high. Until it breaks the high, be patient. Now you see with this green candle, the price has broken this high, right? Perfectly. And then we see that the price has broken down again, and you see exactly now the price broken the low even here. Okay, and then you see there is a movement, and again you see the price has broken the high here. You see this is the high that is broken, long wick candle, now preparing for a drop. See, so very simple strategy, guys. If you understand it, you shouldn't have any problem in trading at all. You should be making money. Just be patient and learn. That's it. Thank you, sir. No problems. Okay, so what I see, the dollar yen, guys, slowly retreating back. Looking at Euro NZD, okay, GBP USD, after the previous sessions, you see there is a big bullish candle with a liquidity grab in it. This session we see that after testing this resistance turning support, we see again the price making some movement to the upside on GBP USD. Looking at daily, I think that that you can see the daily price action here. From this support on GBP USD, for me, we might see some short slow movement to the upside, and there is a probability for the price to test this neckline. You can see on the daily there is a head and shoulder here, breakdown from this head and shoulder, expect a retest of this support as resistance, and then rejection. So for the short term, we might see some upward movement on GBP USD. I think that we might see some bullish move on GU. Okay, so I think for short term, we might see some bullish move on GU. Let me look at the 5-minute chart. Okay. So for GBP USD, this could be the resistance zone that we might see the prices going up, okay, to this level, or even breaking this high, and then we might see a movement to the downside on GBP USD. So for short term, as news is coming later today, you know that on New York session there is a dollar news coming with FOMC, Williams speak. And also tomorrow there is also GBP news, and again after tomorrow GBP. So Gbpusd showing significant bullish move. Okay, I think that this market, you can see that if you look at the daily, highly likely that this market will test this at least daily 20 EMA. Okay, so look at euro dollar. Okay, so like the Gbpusd on euro dollar, okay, so from here what I think that euro dollar, highly likely the price will grab liquidity from here and then will reject to the downside on euro dollar. Looking at the daily, yeah, this is where high probability to happen euro dollar today. I think that during the news announcement, as you can see, the price is creating series of higher low on the 4-hour, will break this high, and then highly likely the price will grab liquidity from here and then will reject. So you see some clear movement. So what I'm trying to do is just trying to figure out on what are the levels that we see. So we see that on Gbpusd, okay, there is an inverted head and shoulder. I see here, you can see it's a sign that there is some, you know, this way movement will come to the upside. Now for our perspective, we see that okay, so separate this one here. So there is an inverted head and shoulder. Now the price with this bullish candle has broken out of this inverted head and shoulder. So you might see just some the market a little bit of slow, as you know that we need to be a little bit of patient when there is a slowdown in the market. Okay guys, so let's see on gold what it is doing. So exactly like the Gbpusd, gold also creating some slower downward movement. I think that we might see, the way it is doing, we might see some more movement, because this channel, not normally when you see, for example, you know, an impulse, and then once you see a channel is being created, in most cases you see that the channel finally will break to the upside and then will break down to continue its long-term downtrend. So if that's the case, you can see this is the gold channel, like this one here, in the similar way. So what you could see that this one highly likely will go up and will break to the upside, and then we will see that the price again, you know, breaking down, which is highly likely to happen. No problems, Lotfi, you're welcome. Which place? GBP and Ziria, your JPY, can you check cat JPY please? Yeah, absolutely. So what do you about US30? Thomas, US30, yeah. Right, so let's look at US30 and then we'll look at GBP NZD and Euro JPY. Okay, US30, as I mentioned that, so we might see some, but I think that US30 might dwell in between support and resistance. Okay, we see, you can see this is a, when the price created this double bottom here on US30, with this double bottom there is a breakout from this double bottom. Okay, big break to the upside and the price now slowly correcting right in this direction. So this is the previous resistance here, turning support here. Okay, and from this zone we can expect on US30 to go long. So this could be the zone where we could potentially see that US30 I think this market will drop now to this level. Okay, and probably from this zone we could see again bullish move. So short term, let's say if you're trading on 5 minutes, is short. Okay, selling opportunity on US30 on 5 minutes time frame. So when the market is slow, basically the only option is to trade on the lower time frame. There's no other way. After the news we might see some bullish move, but for the short term we see that US30, see this on the lower time frame. After this consolidation there is a breakdown. Okay, so from 4 hour I think this market will come back down to this 20 EMA, and from this previous resistance which is turning support here, from here we could see that a bullish move on US30. Okay, US30 is so far above its MA on higher time frame. Hello coach, no problems. Yeah, so what time frame you are looking at, let me know, then we can look at it. If I look at weekly on US30, the price, you can see it basically tested the upper week of this previous weekly doji. Now what I think that it might test the lower part of this weekly doji. Daily in the same way, there is a bullish candle on the daily from this resistance zone. We see that basically US30 has movement down, and if I look at the 4 hour, you see that basically the price again coming to the same level where the previous resistance, turning support here. And so this could be the level that we can expect for potential this bullish trading opportunity on US30. Okay, so for the short term we might see movement, and then from this zone we could see daily 4 hour. Yeah, so daily on US30, which is, you can see with this green candle, the price may highly likely it will come to test this daily 20 EM again. So if you are trading on the very lower time frame, it's bearish. We see this support is almost broken, so we might see some movement to the downside on US30 for this to come to this daily 20 EMA. Okay, this zone, and from here we might see again bullish move. Hello coach, thank you very much. Daily 4 hour, yeah, thank you. How about the S&P 500? So S&P 500. Okay. Why it's showing this? I'm not looking for a line chart. The heck is going on? What's happening? So US 500. They are almost similar in the exactly in the same way. US 100 almost in the same manner. So NASDAQ, they almost following the same pattern. So if you look at NASDAQ, you can see that it's almost mirroring the US 30. In most cases you see a little bit of different. So you see there's some strong drop on US 30, but if you look at NASDAQ, we see a little bit of less volatility but the same kind of price action. Okay, so NASDAQ also, what I think that highly likely this price will come back down here, this previous resistance turning support here. With this 20 EMA we might see some bullish move. So for the short term we might see that NASDAQ is coming back down here. Okay, yeah, absolutely, we will be looking to it, Simon, very soon. We are just organizing some things and we'll be starting very soon. Hello sir, please analysis NASDAQ 100. So we looked at NASDAQ 100. Okay, NASDAQ, what we see that basically from the monthly, if I closely look at here, you can see this is the monthly resistance here, which in fact created an overextended market to the upside, and then from this level we have seen rejection. Looking at weekly now, from the weekly perspective on NAS100, there is a big move happen on the weekly. There's a middleman as well. What I think that this is the weekly price action, right? We might see what I think that after testing the upper part, we might see that NASDAQ again has come to test the lower part of this candle. So looking at daily, you can see after this green candle, now normally you'll see that the price normally doesn't move like that. Okay, after this vertical move, a retracement, when you see this vertical move, the price normally, the bulls normally doesn't get momentum. You could see that this one coming down here again, you know, testing it properly, and then we might see that a bullish move. So if we look at the 4-hour, with that in mind, we might see that short term some drop to this support, or somewhere here we might see that a bullish move on NASDAQ. Okay, all right guys, so dollar yen, let me look at all of them. Okay, dollar yen is with the price action with the DXY. I think the dollar yen, we might see that if you closely look at here, you can see dollar yen. Okay, for me, dollar yen highly likely to move like that. You see this price was respecting this support, this channel, and there was a breakdown from this channel. Okay, so the strong liquidity grab and then breakout to the upside, again coming back to the same level of support. But I think that, and then we'll see the dollar yen is going up because it's a long-term bullish market. Long-term means the monthly, weekly perspective. So if I look at the lower time frame, what I think the dollar yen from here, we might see some downward move to this level, or even somewhere here we could see again going up. Okay, so yeah, for the short term bearish, and then we could see that dollar yen is going up again from this level. There's the previous support here, also turning support here. No problems, Prakash. Gold please. Yeah, absolutely. Goes GBP and ZD. So looking at GBP and ZD, okay, GBP and ZD looks to me that are kind of bullish. Okay, you can see that the price, big rejection from this support. After breaking this channel, the price is going up. For me, GBP and ZD, you can see after the previous day's rejection, today the bulls is still in control, and I think that this this market might go up to test. You see there is a big candle is lonely. This zone has not been tested, but I think that the price will go ahead and test this zone, and then from here we might see that again the price is coming down. So from the lower time frame perspective, the previous session is a bullish candle, which is in fact a good bullish candle here, which has a grab liquidity also on GBP and ZD. And from this candle, see that according to our TF strategy, we see back to back quite a few buy a lot here, and I think that from this zone slowly GBP and ZD will continue to go up. Okay, so high probability that this price will continue to rise. As you can see on GBP and ZD, there is an inverted head and shoulder here. The price has broken out of this inverted head and shoulder with this bullish engulfer, and I think that this price will will go up and highly likely will break this resistance, even test this level here. So for me, it's bullish. Gold long. Gold in a consolidation. Okay, either neither long or nor short here. See, this is purely in a sideway, but long term now bearish. So what I think that during the news candle will really determine how gold is doing. If we see that, let's say it tested this support, turning resistance and rejected, that could be a very good place for selling gold. Okay, thank you coach, all your support and be careful. No problems, Mohana. Thank you very much for being here and being such a good supporter, and also being patient as a trader. Thank you very much. I know that you will be successful as a trader, I'm sure. Gjpy, thank you very much. Gjpy, in fact, it's a little bit of wrong sentence to say that you will be successful. You are as successful, so which is very important. Everything is in fact in the present. Okay, present moment is everything. There's no past and future. In fact, as you know that, how many of you think that there is no past and future, and how do you know that? So keep in mind that to be successful as a trader or anything, if you know this, the real truth is much easier. See, being a trader, okay, because if I always analyze the candlestick pattern, you might be feeling bored. You see, let's say this is Mr. A is not a good trader, right? Now after sometime Mr. A turned to a good trader, right? A very good profitable trader. Now what makes Mr. A after some time to be a good profitable trader? The way we look at is like, for example, I'm here now. You might be thinking, okay, I'm here, I'm not a profitable trader, but after 3 years or 4 years I will be profitable trader. That's how we project things into the future. But if you know the real, how the reality works, it will be faster for you to become a profitable trader is by triggering something within you. Because look, everything we become is from the place of what we have inside or who we are. Now how do you find that trigger is, so everything, for example, you'll see that some people are very good at soccer, right? Naturally talented as a soccer. We say that, okay, this guy is very good at soccer. Some people we might see they're very good at cricket, and we find this guy as a very good at cricket. And some people may be very good at something else, right? Now you might be thinking that, are you good at trading? Absolutely. Okay, the thing happen is that the way the reality works is, for example, reality is a slice. So how do you apply in your trading? Let me tell you, it will really change your view about everything. Let's say it's also according to physics. You have seen that Einstein has shown in his theory of relativity that in fact past, present and future exist at the same time. So this is the slice of reality, and in that slice there is a version of you remain all the time in a different, in the present moment, in the now, okay, not in the future. So for example, when you affirm, when you started to strongly believe on that you are a good trader, then you slowly moving to that slice of the lifeline that you have, you are a good trader. So it's counterintuitive. Probably it might be for difficult for you to imagine, because the way we are taught is this way. Like for example, 1990 you were born, now it's 2023, okay, and probably 2050 you will be aged, okay. That's how we think. But if you go to, let's say, the Fibonacci series is like this, okay, so you'll see that it's like this, right? So basically everything is in the now, and the faster you'll trigger that trader inside you, the quicker you'll jump onto that lifeline and you become a good trader. And everyone, when you understand it, you don't rely on time anymore. Otherwise you might be relying on time, because you will see on the internet or someone will tell you that, okay, a trader needs 6 years, 5 years to be profitable, and you might be getting frustrated. But as a matter of fact, you can jump onto that lifeline where you have a good trader with a very good skill, and that's how you speed up your process. Okay, you need to combine this and that together, and then you can become a good trader. So to do that, the first thing you can do, the fastest way that I can tell you, is before you go to bed, think about how a good trader could be. Create a clean self image of a successful trader and try to act from that place. And once you act from that place, it's gonna come to you. There's no doubt about it. That's how every successful people in any area creates the life that they want to create. In the same way, you can create the life as a trader by bringing that trading talent from you outside, by believing that you are a good trader. Try to focus on the things that you are doing well, learn proper risk management, don't blow out early, and then you become a good trade. You are a good trader. Lonely candle, yeah, absolutely, yeah, lonely candle, yeah, that was in fact. Thanks for GBP Angel. Equip holding, no problems. What's up all? Thank you. Gold, no problems. Turn up gold, yeah, sure, thank you very much. Okay, so looking at some of the pairs, I think that that there is a Euro NZD and Euro AUD. Okay, Euro NZD is where you see the price is consolidating in this level. I think that there could have a breakdown here on Euro NZD, which is a high probability to happen. Okay, from here, highly likely the price will have a breakdown. Okay, so I'm just looking at all of them here, guys, to see. Okay, dollar CAD, looking at daily. I see that Euro AUD and Euro NZD showing a very strong bearish move, but Euro AUD, we might see that the price in fact going up and test this level here, 20 EMA, and from this zone we might see that Euro AUD is rejecting. Okay, so with that in mind, so all those pairs that okay, so we see that the market a little bit of sideways, waiting for the news to release, and once the news release, I'm sure that the market will start to break. And if you closely look at overall the news calendar, tomorrow there is a GBP news coming, today, later today USD, and then CAD and USD, very volatile going to be next. Now it's starting on still Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is going to be extremely volatile. Will be a very good day for trading, guys. If you want to trade this instrument with us and also learn our strategies, there is a link in the description area. With that said, I'm gonna end this session. I will be on it over the next couple of hours until the New York session, and as soon as I will find any trading opportunity, I will be trading and also sending it to the students. So with that in mind, I'm gonna end this session. Thank you very much for being here. Don't hesitate to ask me still if you have any question in the comment section, and also if you're looking for any regulated broker, there is a link in the description area. You can join EverTrade, a SIC regulated broker, and also there is a 40% welcome bonus for all our subscribers and followers. There is a code, you can use it if you have any to claim that bonus if you're in an eligible country only. So with that in mind, thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow in this live session, and also don't forget to subscribe and press that bell button so that you don't miss out. I'll miss you though. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.